So you want to get out of debt? Welcome to the club. If you have multiple lines of credit, you may feel like you're drowning. But fear not, Ryan Mack is back in part 2 of how to find financial freedom. Here, he describes ways to eliminate debt without consolidating it while building up your savings account.
Before you go to debt consolidation, before you say, let me just try to transfer, you got these 5 cards, these 3 cards or whatever, you need to be as aggressive as possible. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten on the phone and called on behalf of other clients and just called frequently, because sometimes it all depends on who you get a hold of. You call the credit card company and get the person that has a bad day, and they might not want to do something for you. But I remember one time I called about 3 or 4 times for a female who was actually in a lot of debt, and she was elderly, and she was suffering from Alzheimer's. And we called many times, but eventually we got to the right person. We told her about the story. We saved her hundreds of dollars each and every month off credit card payments because we were very aggressive in calling and negotiating with that credit card. So that she could have easily said, let me go to a debt consolidation company and just put everything together. But again, they're going to look at your overall picture, and they're going to charge you for that service of consolidating your debt. Don't forget, they are in it to make money as well. So you have to understand that how much money are they going to make, and is it really worth it that you get into that new line of credit with them? Let's say you have 5 lines of credit of $1,000 a piece at all various interest rates. You might go to a debt consolidation company and say, look, let me just get one loan for $5,000. But then you're going to have to pay service charges, maybe possibly higher interest rate. So at the end of the day, you might end up paying more as opposed to going in and negotiating with each one of those credit card companies and paying off each one at the same time consecutively. Another thing is people do not organize their debt. One thing we did for her was we organized all of her pieces of debt, from largest amount to the smallest amount. And we call it the snowballing method. Snowballing method means that if you have credit cards 1 through 5, okay, and 1 is the highest, 5 is the lowest amount. You take all your minimum payments, you lay them out on the table, you make sure that you're paying all your minimum payments. Now you do a budget. From your budget, you get your surplus and money left over that after all your expenses are paid. So let's say you have $200 a month left over, accounting for all the minimum payments in your credit card. So that $200, then you apply it to what we like to do, the smallest amount first. We say the smallest amount first because there's a thing called psychic income that you get from being able to see debt eliminated. So if you start with the largest amount first, sometimes you get a little bit discouraged. But if you start with that smallest amount first, and it's $600, next thing you know, in 3 months, that debt is eliminated. Now you only have 4 left. That gets you a little bit of motivation to continue to move forward. Don't allocate all of your surplus to paying off your credit cards. We do like to allocate a small percentage amount just to savings, because people like to see a little bit of money going into some savings, make sure they have liquidity in their accounts. Just to say, you know what, I don't have any savings, my savings is 0. That's very discouraging for individuals. So if you have $200 a month, maybe take $50 a month of your surplus and put that $50 a month in savings.
Be sure to tune into part 3 of how to find financial freedom, where Ryan tells us how to start building wealth.
There's a lot of different things that you can invest in order to accumulate wealth, but the basic 5 that we like to see, again, stocks, bonds, cash, business, and real estate.